that comes out, you heard it here first. Bitcoin is going to zero. Zero. When it comes out, zero. When that comes out.
Hello guys, welcome again, a new live stream. So let's talk about Bitcoin weekly close. So, well, right now, what as expected, right? Bitcoin is in sideways, just wasting time here, right? So we said, like, I think a couple weeks ago, the projection for Bitcoin was to be in sideways, right? Like from 70K to around 60K, and just wasting time here with the projection sideways and downside, right? So that is the projection because we have a sell signal right now in weekly chart, as you can see here. So that is something we were expecting right now. Okay, so the technical analysis in weekly chart is still the same, but I have very bad news because as long as Bitcoin is below 70K, 68K, I think, yeah, better is 68K, 69, we will see Bitcoin, we will see a sell signal in for Bitcoin in monthly this month. Of course, we have 2 weeks left, but this is actually the most important chart right now here. We have a potential better divergence confirmation well, this month, actually this month. So as you can see here, we have this high, right, from this point and this point, and also we have here a better divergence from this point and this point, and not just only curve. Actually, we have in OBB, right, in volume, a massive better divergence actually as well in the same point. So if you know my system of trading, well, this system is the strongest that we have curve and also BB in the same page. Actually is when we have to be very careful, very careful. So now let's continue with the technical analysis in weekly chart. Let me show you here. Let me show you. Yeah, Bitcoin right now is holding the M21, as you can see here, but it's not bouncing. I mean, I was expecting to see something like actually a very strong bounce, but as I said before, a long time ago, I think Bitcoin is not, the M21 is not very strong. At least with Bitcoin. Why every time when Bitcoin is testing the M21, usually we see a break. Every time Bitcoin is testing the M21, a break. It's not like very strong, actually, very strong support. M21, I think. My theory is because too many people are using this moving average, and market makers, they know this. Of course, in the past, it was different, as I said many times. Here, if you are thinking, but Bitcoin was very strong here. Yes, the biggest difference is because in the past, we couldn't short Bitcoin. The only way to actually kind of shorting Bitcoin was selling Bitcoin. But right now, after here, we can actually short Bitcoin. So that's why this market, the performance of this market is actually worse and worse and worse and worse for Bitcoin. So right now here, technically speaking, in weekly chart is bullish. Yes, it's still bullish. I mean, it's still to the upside. I mean, the trend is your friend, right? But the problem here is like with this weekly chart and well, following the three screen system trading system, this sell signal could be the trigger for the monthly, and that's actually my concern. If we see the 3-month chart, let me show you here 3-month chart. Well, if by July actually Bitcoin is closing below 60K, yeah, below 60K by July, of course, imagine June, right? We will see June soon. If we don't see Bitcoin above 70K, yes, $71,000 next month, in the next close, I can tell you right now, Bitcoin will hit around 30K and even lower actually. So that's why we have to be careful. At least I'm very careful here. I am flat. I am not trading right now because, well, I am not interested in this kind of moves. Because as a trader, I am looking for very strong moves. In this case, volatility is contracting here, but, well, when the chart there is something very bad also as well. The reason why, technically speaking, Bitcoin is not pumping right now, even with the buy signal here and even a potential bullish divergence here, is because the volume. There is no volume, as you can see here. Every time when Bitcoin is below this line, as you can see here, well, Bitcoin is not very strong. Yeah. So here we have here volume is below zero line here, and Bitcoin stay below. I mean, in sideways for long time. Every time when Bitcoin is below the zero line here in volume, we have sideways, right? Sideways or downside actually. In many cases, actually, we see a very strong fall. So that's why I am not trading right now Bitcoin because there is not, I mean, like very strong entry. Yep. So there is not like, yeah, I mean, yeah, we can see some bounces or something like that. But I think right now the best strategy is just waiting for the next strong move. And technically speaking, the move is there. I mean, still the buy signal in 1-day chart. Yeah, in 1-day chart, Bitcoin has just this week, I think, only this week. If we see the seller line testing here, of course, this is not a sell signal. No, be careful with this because some of you, you're opening positions here. Even myself, before I was doing this, but well, I have to change a little bit. I changed a little bit the rules because I realized entering here when we have this potential, I mean, timeout in the indicator, well, it's not very good because sometimes in the last moment Bitcoin likes to do something like this, a bounce. But the problem with this bounce here, at least in 1-day chart, right? In 1-day chart, the time will be over this week, right? And well, we will see a sell signal in 1-day chart, and from there to zero, right?
And when that comes out, you heard it here first. Bitcoin is going to zero. Zero. When it comes out, zero.
Yeah, very funny. This guy, I think he passed away, right? A long time ago, but I still remember this guy in 2017 and 18. So the thing here is like Bitcoin right now is wasting time. As you can see here, the moving average, MA55, MA21, they are contracting here. So, well, we can say, hey, well, it's accumulation, consolidation to the moon, right? I don't think so. I think Bitcoin is, if we see a bounce, right? Because I'm not saying that, right? I am still hoping Bitcoin is gonna, it's possible like, to see a pump here, right? But as I said before, if we see this bounce in the last moment, because I saw it sometimes, not very often, but actually sometimes, in 1-day chart, of course, the projection is like this, right? MA55 and to keep falling, right? And the rule is as long as Bitcoin is below this volume profile, $67,000, it should be to the downside. Now, in short time frames, for example, 4-hour chart, of course, we can see a bounce here to maybe 67, 66. If that happens, it's fine. My concern is like there is not enough time to keep the momentum and there is no volume. That's the problem, okay? So now, I think right now the best, at least in my style of trading, because as you can see, I am defensive, right? So I am not the most difficult skill to get when you're trading is how to protect your capital, right? And not actually executing the trade, because I can press the button anytime, right? Buy and sell, right? And that's it. But in my case, I prefer to wait for the right moment. So in my case, for example, I don't trade weekends, right? That's why I didn't open any long position in this weekend, but the position was there. Yeah, the position actually was there. I was expecting a bounce, but I didn't do that because I don't trade weekends. Usually I don't trade. There is a bullish divergence here, right? There is a bullish divergence. I saw this bullish divergence. And my prediction was, okay, it's to the upside, at least around here, 62, 63, maybe, kind of, yeah. But I didn't take it because, well, it's weekend, right? For me, this is like a job. So that's why So is this enough? This move is gonna be enough to to see Bitcoin at 67, 68. Um, it's difficult, as I said before, because the timing, right? So if this week you don't see Bitcoin above 70K this week, well, the projection is gonna be in the next sell signal in 1 day chart, right? Because it's gonna take a couple of weeks, right? Something like this, you will see a bounce. Well, game over, and you will see Bitcoin around 50K. Yeah. Now let's talk about the 2 day chart, because someone asked me, hey, there is a buy signal into the chart. Yeah. The 2 day chart is to the moon. Yes, you are correct, my friend. To the chart, actually, we have a buy signal. The problem with this signal is the volatility. I will be very bullish if I see volatility super contracted here with the buy signal here. Yes, I will be super bullish looking for an explosion, right? But now, actually, that is not the case. As you can see here, volatility is extremely high. So when you see this kind of moves, like extremes, well, many times you will see the price just pumping here, but in some point it's gonna stop and just in sideways for a long time, because we need to see it's gonna starting like cooling down, something like that, like just cooling down in sideways, and you will see a reset. Yeah. So that's why right now, yes, we have the buy signal here. Yes, but we don't have the volatility. The volatility is actually very important. And also we don't have the momentum in the volume. Yes, I mean, the volume is still good, but it's below, it's trending to the downside, as you can see here. So every time when Bitcoin is in sideways here, MA21, MA55, they are contracting here. Yeah, volatility is contracting here, but this is not the time frame. The time frame is 1 day chart. The part is gonna be in 1 day chart, not in 2 day chart. Now let's talk about the 3 day chart, because someone asked me, hey, we have a potential buy signal soon. Yes. And here we have actually the recipe, right? To say, yes, we could have a very strong move to the upside, because in this time frame we have 5-day chart, 3-day chart with volatility super low, a potential buy signal here. Yes. And maybe we could see something like this. Now, maybe you are confused right now. Oh my God, this guy with many time frames, many signals. So what is the conclusion? Okay, so when you have mixed signals like this, the best way to do that is you have to start from the macro time frame, right? The time frame you want to trade. For example, you want to trade 4-hour chart, you have to see 1 day chart. If you want to trade a 1 day chart, you have to see weekly chart. You have to see, you want to trade 2 day chart, yes, weekly chart as well. If you want to trade 3 day chart, yes, as well, weekly or even monthly. So that's why, if the time frame, the bigger time frame, right, the parent, the parent of your time frame is not in the same page, well, you can trade, but you have to be careful. Yeah. So this is telling me, like, yes, there is a probability Bitcoin actually, as I said before, we could see a pump, right? But the question is, weekly chart is bullish? I mean, the sell signal, there is a buy signal there? Not really, right? A monthly chart is dangerous, right? Because we could see a sell signal very soon this month. So the question is, well, what is the conclusion? If I go to 3-day chart, my conclusion is very simple. I can open a long position here. Yes, why not? But I need to understand this could be a fake signal, right? Because higher time frames, they are telling me I have to be careful. You see the difference, right? Now you understand. So that is the way how we can filter signals, because you see many time frames, you will see many different signals, and the skill you need to get is how to simplify the process, right? Because actually, I see, I said it many times in the past, right? Many YouTubers, right? Because, well, I don't know if I am YouTuber as well. I don't consider myself as like a YouTuber, because I have just 1,000 followers. But many YouTubers, they are doing this, right? They, oh, you know what? This is my triangle, right? Some of them is my bull flag, right? Some of them is a rainbow. I don't know, whatever. I don't care. And after that, they said, if Bitcoin breaks to the upside, it's like this, right? Bullish. But if Bitcoin breaks to the downside, it's like this, right? In the next live stream, it doesn't matter what Bitcoin is doing. They will be always right? Because they said, well, if the bull flag or whatever breaks to the upside, I was right. But if this is a fake out, it's gonna break down. So I saw it many times in many YouTube channels, right? So I am not saying. I mean, the point is like when you see this kind of things, you know actually if that person is actually putting money in the market or not. So that's why in real life, right? In real life, traders, what we have to do, we cannot do this, right? We cannot do this. Whatever it is, doesn't matter the technical analysis you are doing. You're following news, you're following Twitter, you're following the Fed, I don't care, or you are just drawing triangles, right, like this. But in real life, you have to decide if it's to the upside or to the downside, right? That's it. You cannot do that. It's just one direction, right? You can go long, you can short, whatever you want to do, but it's always just one. And if you said this is gonna be to the upside because it's bullish, my triangle is a falling wedge or whatever you want to call it, well, the next step, you need to manage your risk, right? So this is the first step, okay? The direction is here. The projections, for example, in this case, 3-day chart, okay? That means all this month, right? All this month. And manage your risk. For example, in this case, in a very basic example, if I enter here in the long position, right? I need to set my stop loss. Where is my stop loss, right? Is it here? Is here or where, right? So that's why it depends on your system of trading, what you want to do, right? And your target. What is your target? I will tell you something. In my case, I don't have targets. Usually, I don't set targets. When I enter, I just wait for the move, right? And after that, I protect my entry and I follow your signals. If in this case, for example, 3-day chart is about to fire a buy signal, well, I will sell potentially in the next potential sell signal. And the only thing I will do is just protect my entry just in case if I was wrong, right? I will just have to pay the fees of the exchange, yeah? Or my loss is gonna be small, right? So that's why in very simple steps, right? Doesn't matter what you are gonna, what kind of system you are following, right? It could be triangles, rectangles, the moon, right? Cards, I don't care. The Fed, Discord, I don't care. I really don't care. But the execution is actually very important. In the moment when you decide the direction, in this case, for example, the direction is to the upside, the second step is you need to define your stop loss, right? Your stop loss, risk management, right? Risk management, for example, my stop loss is here. And the last one, if you are correct, right, you need to manage your risk, right? You need to manage your risk. One of the ways I like to follow, I've been doing that for many years, is this. What I'm saying, I am explaining this because, well, I think Bitcoin is doing nothing right today. So, so I was thinking like it could be a good idea to talk about how I execute my trades, right? So in this case, imagine. So I have the direction is to the upside, right? It's an example, right? It's an example. I said, I'm gonna manage my risk. I am willing to lose maybe 5%, right? One more thing here is like higher the time frame, you have to be more flexible with your losses, right? So you cannot open a 20x long positioning with Bitcoin with, I don't know, 10K, 20K, right? And with a very tight stop loss, right, in 3-day chart. No, it's impossible. That is not how actually in real world traders we execute positions. No. The second thing is, like as I said before, so you have to be flexible with your stop loss. So maximum, for example, in my case, right, I use 3x. I use 3x or 5x. And I can tell you 5x in long position is a lot. a lot, right? A lot. Yeah. So I see many people in YouTube, right? 2,000 person, long X, 20x, 50x. Yes, but they are trading $1, right? Or $10. Wow. It's very funny when I see people that are trading in that way and they, oh yeah, I am very powerful just with my $10 position, right? At 50x. No, if you do that with 10K, 20K, 50K, I want to see that. Respect. You do that, respect. Because actually, I met just a couple guys in my life. They do that. I don't do that. I can tell you right now, I don't do that. I will never do it. Yeah. 3x, max 5x is the only thing, maximum leverage I use in my positions. So after you define this, right, you need to say, okay, I'm willing to lose, maybe in this case, for example, 5%. Okay. So now the last thing is execution, right? You have to wait for the time, right? You have to wait for the time, right? The timing is, in this case, is like 1 month, all this month. And in the moment when the price is in profit, you're in profit, right? For example, Bitcoin is at 66K. You have to delete, you have to remove the scenario where you can actually lose money. How? Well, your stop loss, in this case, in this example, my stop loss is at 59. Imagine Bitcoin is at 67. I will just move my stop loss, yeah, above my entry position, enough just to pay the fees. If I know the fees are $50 or $40, well, I will just pay the fees, yeah, and that's it. The last one is boring, right? Is just wait, and that's the reason why I don't. Did you realize, right? Maybe you realize about this, but I don't post like too many videos. Actually, I stop it and live streams because sometimes actually the market is just doing nothing. Because if I am online every day, I will tell you exactly the same thing every day for maybe 1 month. So that's why I decided to do this in one time per week. But actually, I'm gonna explain to you a different format. Actually, I'm thinking to apply today and this week, starting this week, but I will do it by the end of the live stream. So now this is the way actually how I will execute this trade, right? So now the question is, talking about Bitcoin. Bitcoin is bullish? Yes. Is dangerous? Very dangerous? Yes, of course. Weekly chart, sell signal here. Any close below 60K, yeah, below 60K, you will see very fast, very, very, very fast. Bitcoin around 50K, 48, between 49 and 50K, around there. Very, very fast. Something like this. Okay? And the odds actually are high. And why? Because maybe not this month. I think we will see that potentially next month after we get the confirmation of the sell signal in the monthly. So what I'm trying to say, if we see, because someone asked me, hey, what could happen if Bitcoin actually confirms the bearish divergence in monthly? Actually, I shared like a couple of weeks ago a video in my Patreon for all the investors out there. They are supporting the channel, yeah, with actually this information. But it's very simple, and you can answer that question yourself. If Bitcoin with a regular sell signal in weekly chart, right here, we have a sell signal here. Let me show you here. We have a sell signal here, 2017. We have a signal here in 2019. We have a signal here in 2020. And we have a sell signal here. Actually, this is the strongest one with bearish divergence, right? Especially this one. Let me just do this, right? Because this one actually is very important. If you see what happened after we have a sell signal, well, you see Bitcoin after 6 months in average, right? In average, every time with this only weekly sell signal, right, is dropping from the top, right, to the bottom around 78% in 2018. In 2019, it was 63%. In 2020, is the only fake signal. Okay, it's the only one. where Bitcoin actually didn't crash, wasn't just in sideways, right? Was in sideways. And here, after in the next signal here, we have another signal here. We have a crash of 46%, and we have here another crash, right? Plus better variance of 74%. So if you are thinking now it's different because the companies, investors, I really don't care. Yep, I really don't care because I'll show you with facts. Like, if you think right now Bitcoin is gonna do something different, it's possible. Yes, you are correct, but the odds are extremely low. At least following my system of trading. So, Bitcoin, after of a sell signal, we have a sell signal here. For example, here we have another sell signal here in weekly chart, right? And Bitcoin from this signal here, I know maybe it's not as very strong like before, but don't get me wrong, it was around a 15% drop. Very, very, very small. Yes, of course, yes, but we have a pullback. Now, if we see how many fake signals we have, technically we have just one, because actually this one was weak, right? This one was very weak, but actually Bitcoin dropped around 15%. So it's not a fake signal. It's a weak signal, but it's not fake. So as you can see, in average, Bitcoin is dropping between 50 and 70%. Yeah. Now with only weekly signal, right? So if we think, this is just a theory, it's not technical analysis, right? If we think like Bitcoin just actually hit 74 and this is the top of the market, right? If we say, okay, 50% is at 40K, 70% is around 20K. Okay, so now the question is, if with this signal, Bitcoin actually dropped a lot, what could happen with the first better variance in the monthly? This one, no. This one, actually, someone asked me as well. This one is too far. Nothing is like 3 years or 4, something like that. It's too far, the distance, right? But this one, no, my friend. This one, no. Actually, this one is legit. Actually, this one is real. Yeah. And the volume, another thing here is the momentum. Volume and momentum every 4 years for Bitcoin is lower, 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 and lower. Okay, so the momentum for Bitcoin is actually decreasing, and also the volume is decreasing. So I can tell you right now, right, we will see a very good party, but not maybe in the direction you are thinking. So that's why I am not saying Bitcoin is bearish. Of course not. Actually, the trend is your friend, and the trend is still to the upside, right? But the facts are there. Bitcoin is getting weaker and weaker and weaker and weaker. And as I said before, in the beginning of this, when we started this year in January, around there, yeah, I said, hey, careful here, because maybe this move is gonna be the weakest, right, of Bitcoin in all the history. Now, let's talk about, this is the serious talk, yeah. There is a big warning right now here. I said this also in my Patreon, and I said a little bit. I talk a little bit about this in my last stream, like I think last week. We have the first shooting start in the highs of Bitcoin in the history of Bitcoin, right? I don't know if other YouTubers are saying the same thing. I don't care. I don't watch other technical analysis. I really don't care. But let me tell you this. This is, you can open your chart and tell me how many shooting stars we have in the top, right? How many? We don't have shooting stars in the top, right? This is a shooting star, and usually they are, or if they are in the bottom, because in the bottom they could be a dragonfly or something like that, or something here. For example, this one is a dragonfly here, and a shooting star or a hammer, right? A hammer is a little bit different, but this is one is the shooting star here. This is telling me in bi-monthly, so 2025, 2026, well, the market is getting ready for reversal, okay? For reversal. I know maybe you don't like this, I know, me either, but facts are facts, so that's why the only thing I can tell you right now is if by July, Bitcoin is below 60K, you will see this candle playing. Yeah, You want to see invalidation? Well, we have to see Bitcoin before July, Bitcoin above 75K above, right? To see invalidation. And not just only above, we have to see the in July, Bitcoin printing a very strong candle. Very powerful candle above 74, around $80,000, something like that, something like this, right? Something like this. Imagine this is the next candle here. Yeah. Something like this, right? Invalidating this shooting start. But in my experience, higher the time frame, less sell signals. And that's actually the reason why in higher time frames, my technical analysis usually, not all the time, right? But usually is correct, because higher the signals, higher the time frame, the better, right? Better signals, less fake signals. So that's why I am a swing trader, because I want to see what is going to happen based on probabilities, right? In the long term. So right now, this is not my TA, okay? Because this is a TA. Well, what I'm going to say right now is not my current system. Is actually the conclusion of one of the guys, one of my friends. He started around. He's an old man. He is like he has around 25 years of experience trading. So he told me something actually very interesting. I said it like I think last month. Using classic technical analysis, potentially this could be a triple top, where his expectation, he is looking Bitcoin is gonna start printing, is gonna be in sideways for the next maybe 2-3 years, where this is the range and this is the top and this is the bottom. So he is looking for something like this, right? Something like this. Yeah, in the next 2-3 months. And of course, if we see this move, it's gonna take years, and potentially we can say this is distribution and, well, Bitcoin to zero, and this could be real in maybe 2027 or something like that. Yep. Of course, it's a speculation, right? It's a speculation, but it's very interesting. It's actually very, very interesting. And well, for me, I don't follow classic technical analysis. For me, it's very simple. I want to keep it simple. Below 60K, 50K. Below 50K, game over, and 20K, and so on. Okay. So the last hope for Bitcoin in the macro time frames is between 50 and 49K, 48, something like that. Actually, as you can see here, the ME55 is there. Okay. So if you are bullish, well, you want to see Bitcoin pumping this month, maximum next month, and closing above 68, 69K, and, well, continuation. Okay, guys, so I finished with Bitcoin. So if you have any comments, please let me know. I'm gonna continue with some altcoins. Let's see. I'm gonna start with Ethereum. Let me show you Ethereum. Now, in weekly close, the weekly close for Ethereum, we have here, well, holding the ME21, looks like actually eventually it's gonna break. I'm still looking for 2,500, right? 2,500, and maybe sideways looking for the conclusion of Bitcoin, right? If Bitcoin is not bullish, well, eventually this thing is gonna break down. So now, one day chart. Let me show you one day chart here. We have I don't like this oh my god, we are super bullish, right? We have triple bullish variance, but I think because this exchange has many weeks, maybe the liquidity is not very, very, very strong there. For me, they are just fake. Yeah, maybe next time I'm gonna use another exchange like Bitstamp or something like that. Yeah. So, but yeah, in general here, I am looking for 2,300, 2,500 around there in the long term. In one day chart, yes, we don't have bullish. This is a wrong calculation, and it's because the weeks we have here. We have 1, 2, 3. This is not a bullish variance. And well, we'll see a buy signal here very soon here. If we see a bounce, yes, potentially maximum 2,400, 3,400, and from there to zero. Okay. Now let's talk about weekly chart. Weekly chart, we have the sell signal and the monthly. Let me show you the monthly. Monthly, my friend, same as Bitcoin. You see, better divergence in monthly, and you have to watch the slope. The slope actually is getting ready for a beautiful sell signal, as you can see here. So next month is the key. Any close below for Ethereum, below 3,400 or 500 actually, any close below there, you will see Ethereum at 1,500 in monthly and potential break. Yeah, I have to be very honest with you. I think another test very soon, just in less than 1 year, is a very clear signal of weakness, especially also for Ethereum and Bitcoin and actually on the market. Okay, so let's continue. I know, maybe my TA is too pessimistic, right? But I am telling you what I see, just following the rules, right? That's it. Okay, so let's continue with link because yes, again, someone was asking me, and let me show you here. We have the potential sell signal as well here, and we have here as well in weekly chart link testing the MA55 and holding, right? The problem with this setup here is we have to wait at least another couple months for link to see a buy signal here, and we have to get the confirmation that actually link is holding this area. Volume is very clear. Any break from this level, you will see $7 again, 100% crash. Okay, so if we go to Matic is in sideways, right? As you can see, this is very weak. Actually, Matic is weak. It's in sideways here. Sideways. There is no volume here. Sorry, but this is, I don't know. No, I don't like this chart. I don't like this chart. In general, I think the market is doing bad. In the crypto space, right? So let's talk about, for example, Solana. Let me show you here. The monthly. One moment. The momentum is still to the upside in the monthly. Because Solana actually is young. Let me show you the weekly chart. Weekly chart, we still have the better divergence here. Is holding actually the MA21. Well, we have to wait all this month and next month to see a potential buy signal, right? Buy signal here. And you want to see, actually, Solana is looking much better than Ethereum because if Solana, actually, my target is around 100. If we see a 100, it could be a buy opportunity here. But remember, if you are trading altcoins, you need to pay attention. You have to be careful with Bitcoin because it doesn't matter if Solana is bullish or the chart is looking better. Bitcoin is the king, right? Because Bitcoin dominance actually is very high, right? That actually, I don't see Bitcoin changing. I don't see any situation like that could be different. No. If Bitcoin crash, everything is crash. If the Bitcoin dominance is very high and Bitcoin is bearish, everything is gonna crash. The only situation actually altcoins they are pumping very hard is because Bitcoin dominance is falling and Bitcoin is bullish. That's it. Yeah, Bitcoin dominance falling and Bitcoin in the price is bullish, right? So that is the scenario. But now we don't have that scenario. Bitcoin could be still bullish, but with potential sell signals in monthly, I don't think so. That is going to change very soon. So Solana is bullish. Yes. Should I buy here? No, thank you. Solana is not for me. I will be very, very happy to wait for 100. And if it can help me, maybe why not? Maybe 40, 50 in some point, right? I know maybe you are thinking Solana will hit 1,000. Maybe, but the odds are very low right now. Okay, so now let's continue our request, right? Pepe, right? Oh, Pepe is so bullish. Let's talk about Pepe. Well, okay, we have a very strong bounce from the MA21. Is it still bullish? Yes, but this is the time, at least for me as a trader, to get out. Yeah, that's it. Because Pepe is gonna be, technically speaking, with this, the next close is gonna be in sideways from a 587 and the top is 1,000. Very actually very significant range, actually very good. But well, I don't trade altcoins, right? But if for if you are lucky, right, and you bought around here and you are still holding these things because you will be millionaire, well, technically speaking, right now, at least for me, right, because I am a trader, right, this is the moment to get out, at least because I got a sell, I am getting a sell signal here. Remember, I am a financial advisor, right? You can sell, you can do whatever you want with your crypto. It's up to you, right? Just I'm telling you what I see in the chart, right? I am just a guy sharing his experience, and that's it, right? Don't take it very seriously because it's just educational live stream. Okay, so let's continue. Let's continue with Super. Someone asked me about Super. It's doing similar as Solana. If you see 0.63 cents, it should be a buy opportunity. Yes, the momentum is still to the downside, right? You will have to wait a couple of months, to start looking for another bounce. The only benefit, the only good thing, or if you buy altcoins and actually you're a little bit lucky, if Bitcoin is in sideways. I mean, it's sideways actually is like death. That is the only scenario, like maybe some altcoins will just pump. But as I said before, in my case, risk management is very, very important. So that's why I don't do that. Okay, so let's continue with Uni. Uni hit my target around 16, almost 20 actually. And after that, as expected, as you can see here, this is a very clear pump and dump, right? That's it. And looks like it's gonna break down all the way down to 4. Now let's continue. Well, I think with altcoins I finished. So let's talk about the Nasdaq and SP 500 because I'm very curious what is gonna happen. Let's see. Okay. Okay, let's talk about weekly chart. A bounce from the mid-21. Volatility contracting here. Well. Actually, is looking not bad. In the weekly chart, the close is looking like continuation around any close above 2,300. I can say you can expect we can expect a new high here. Is still bullish. This is bullish, right? Eventually, we could see a better divergence forming here in weekly chart, but the stock market is still strong. Monthly here, yeah, I think maybe another couple months is still bullish, especially you see this close here. Remember, it's just a reminder. We have a better divergence here since 2021 is forming, but looks like it's gonna take more time, maybe by the end of the year. Okay, so let's talk about the Nasdaq. The Nasdaq, we have the better divergence, as you can see here. We have the sell signal here. The question is if this better divergence is going to be strong enough. And I have to tell you right now, not because we have a better divergence, that means, oh, everything is going to crash. No, actually, it's going to be very good news. It's going to be a very big buy opportunity to buy because this is like a meme, okay? This is a meme. This is a meme, right? This is Shiba Inu in the stock market, okay? As long as the States is just printing money, this is just bullish. So every time when you have a sell signal here, the MA55 should be the target, as you can see here, right? Just a few times. So if you see this crash, if we see it, it's because, well, just buy and follow the trend because this is Shiba Inu in real life, right? This is Shiba Inu. It's a joke. So respect that you are from the States, but well, that's true, right? This is looking like a Shiba Inu. You look at this, right? So, well, the trend is your friend. So if you see a pullback, right? Pullback, just buy to keep, just follow the trend. Yeah, that's it. I don't short. I strongly suggest don't short the stock market. Don't short. At least the Nasdaq and SP 500. Don't do that. Okay, so let's continue. Someone asked me about Tesla. Actually, let me see. Tesla. Here. Okay. Tesla hit actually finally my target, right? Around 140, as you can see here. And it's in sideways. Actually, it's good. It's doing good. Yeah, it's doing good. As long as it's holding 140, 134, 35, the next, this year, potentially this year, this could be a potential just sideways here, consolidation here. Yeah. Well, eventually, if we see a buy signal here, of course it's gonna take all the year like this. Well, it could be good, but now it's too soon. It's too soon for that. So any close below if yeah 140, I think 140 is when we can expect a breakdown, right? But not yet. I think just Tesla is gonna be in sideways for a long time. Let me see here. We have a buy signal here. Yeah, of course. Yeah, we will see just sideways for a long time. Okay, so let's continue. Let's continue. Let's see Cardano, right? Let's talk about Cardano. It's still holding the MA55. Is doing actually good, but you will have to wait a couple months. Yeah, this is a long-term game. My concern here is like, be careful, because I know some of you are holding actually Cardano. Be careful with this. Why? Because well, you see volume is the breaking zero line here. Officially, Cardano right now is in danger because there is no volume, right, to justify Cardano will keep holding this area. So if Bitcoin breaks down, for example, 60K, you will see Cardano at 0.25 cents. Okay, just keep in mind this, right? Manage your risk. As investor, well, it's gonna be a nice opportunity to buy. As a trader, terrible. But I strongly suggest you have to watch Cardano, because I know this all the fans of Cardano, right? If we see this breakdown, my friend, I can tell you right now, 0.25 cents maybe will not hold. Okay, and you have to be ready to see 0.12 in the long term. If you don't believe me, yes, I know. I'm telling you something could happen in the following years. Yeah, remember iOS. iOS was in for a long time, right? Since 2018 in this range, right? And after iOS broke this area around $2, as you can see here, is technically dead. I am not saying Cardano is, it could be, I mean, Cardano is going to do something like this. Of course not. The only thing I'm telling you is if Cardano breaks 25 cents in the long term, right? Well, you will see something like this, right? So that's why you have to be careful, manage your risk, because it's not gonna be fun. Now let's continue. Let's continue with more. I think that's it. Because the market is doing nothing actually. The yen, for example, right? The yen, my target hit, very sad, and I have bad news. It's gonna keep pumping. It will keep pumping. Yeah, it's very sad. But yeah, Japan is beautiful country, but it's gonna be like Argentina, I think, in the following years. So good news for all of you. It's gonna be cheap to come here. Very bad for Japanese people, because if I am right with this, I think toilet paper is gonna be more valuable than the yen, right? So as you can see here, my target was 160, exactly 160, right? And as you can see here, the yen just hit 160 and we found rejection. And why 160 is because it's the previous high of let me show you here, is the previous high here, right here. Now the question is this a support, a resistance? Well, I don't know. Look, based on this data, I don't think so, right? Because as you can see here, there is no confluence here. Of course, we need more data here. Maybe, I don't know here, maybe there is something here. I have no idea. But based on this data, the next resistance should be around 200. So that's going to be terrible for all of us. Yeah. Okay, so someone asked me about the, yeah, I'm very happy some people from Europe and Latin America are watching this. So the euro, right? The euro, let me show you here. The euro, someone asked me about the euro. Okay, let's see. We have a monthly sell signal here. It's bad. And well, I don't see the euro crashing more, but at least another test to 0.98 cents in the long term. Yes, any close below here, yes, you will see a a very nasty reversal, right? I mean, continuation to the downside. As long as the euro is below this yellow box, sorry, this area, 1.16, 1.15, I cannot be bullish because also we have a sell signal in the monthly, right? A sell signal in the monthly. So we're, as you can see here, let me show you here, we have a sell signal. We don't have volume here, and weekly chart we have at least enough power to keep the currency in sideways for the next 3-4 months. Now let's continue with some Latin American currencies. Actually, someone asked me about Argentina, right? And the Mexico, Colombia as well. Thank you for watching this. So let me show you here the Mexican peso. Like the last year actually was very strong, right? I saw the news. It was very, very powerful, this currency. Yep, let me show you here. I think is USD. Nope. I think it's this one, right? No, let me delete this one. I'm gonna delete this one, and I'm gonna add USD. I think it's this one. Yeah. Okay. So let's continue. This my projection 2 years ago. 2 years ago, because I did this projection long time ago for this currency. And I said in 2020-21, I said this is distribution. Potentially, we'll see if we see a break. Actually, those were very high. We will see first step. First one is going to be 16, and in the long term 13. And the reason of this is because, as you can see, we have bi-monthly here, bi-monthly, and finally this currency is gonna breaking actually the trend, as long as it's below here around 18, 19. In the long term, right? In the long term, I mean, I'm talking about years, another two, maybe 2028, 2029, of course, because volatility is very low. The next area of interest is around 13 or 14, around here. For any reason, if you see your currency above 19, the sky is the limit. But no, I think the odds are very, very clear right now. There is no volume here. There is no volume. So this is telling me the Mexican peso is getting stronger and stronger and stronger, and the dollar is losing power with the Mexican peso. Something like, actually, I didn't imagine like it could be possible. As you can see here, we have in weekly chart, we have a bullish variance. I think already play out in this bounce. Yeah, this was, but very strong reaction here, enough to be just in sideways here. And let me see the monthly. Monthly is looking at continuation. Actually, we have a buy signal here. Okay, we don't have volume, but we have a buy signal. Sideways. Any close below 16, you will see a very, very strong fall all the way down to 13. To 13. Let's talk about the Argentina, because someone asked me about it, right? Argentina, right? What is what is the currency of this country? I don't know. Let me search. Um. Oh, okay. I found it. Is USD. Okay, so let's see, because someone asked me about this one. It's gonna be my first time to see this. My God, what the fuck is this? Oh my God, really? I'm very sorry for all of you guys living there. This is worse than Shiba Inu. My God. Oh, wow. I don't know which one is worse, Venezuela or this country. Oh my God. Okay, so okay, I know why I know now the reason why you asked me to see this chart. Oh my God, I feel sorry. I'm sorry for all of you guys. I hope you're well. You're fine. Okay, so let's continue with Bitcoin. After I saw that, oh my God. Okay, I'm gonna stop making jokes about Argentina. So, okay, so now it's continuation. As you can see here, Bitcoin will keep pumping here at least all this week, all the way down to 64. But as long as the chart is below $67,000 around here. I am not bullish. I'm still looking for sideways and continuation to the upside, something like this, right? Something like this. Now, any close above 68, especially in weekly chart, yes, maybe we can see another test to 74, even higher a little bit. But at least in my case, right, I am careful, I am defensive, I am not rushing, I am watching just Netflix, and I'm just having fun in Tokyo. So that's it, guys. That's it. One more thing. Starting from today, I'm gonna start publishing 2 videos, not shorts, because shorts expire. I'm not saying the short itself is gonna expire, but because it's technical analysis, right? Timing is very important. If I post a video talking about 4-hour chart, maybe next day is not gonna be valid, right? So that's why it's not worth it to posting shorts about like very short-term time frames. So what I'm going to do is this. If you have any comments, please let me know, or feedback. Yeah, my idea is this one. Today I started with the projection, right, in weekly chart. The projection is sideways, right? Sideways, downside. And also my projection in 1-day chart is still to the upside. Well, still to the upside, but potential sell and continuation to the downside, right? But in 1-day chart is still to the upside here. Well, the momentum is still to the upside, but with a big warning there, remember. And I will just follow and track with 2 videos the progress of this. Okay, for example, today is a live stream. Maybe tomorrow or Wednesday, I'm gonna just follow the current projection in 1-day chart and weekly chart. And on Thursday, I will do the same thing. So I will keep you updated with the progress of my projection in higher time frames or on 1-day chart. Yeah. So that's the idea. So the videos will be short, like maximum 2 minutes or 3 minutes, because I don't want to bother you too much with these kind of things. Just enough for you to understand, like, okay, so looks like the market is not moving, or is doing this, or is doing that, or he was wrong, or he was right, whatever, right? So that's actually the goal. Okay, guys, thank you for watching. Thank you for watching. Have a good week. Maybe in America, I think is Sunday still, right? So, well, see you.
And when that comes out, you heard it here first. Bitcoin is going to zero.